fact that Aladdin and M.A.C did a collaboration to get... Ooh, chit-chat, really. Can't you make sense? Okay. I am extremely broke. Matte M.A.C liquid lipstick. I'm going to be taking the shade Riffy. What is... So, fam, makeup is very expensive. Yep. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a bit of a fun review slash tutorial look based on the new collection from M.A.C. This is the new Aladdin collection they did in collaboration with Disney. If there's two things that I love in this world, it is makeup and Disney. If there's one thing that I love from Disney, it is Aladdin, and the fact that Aladdin did a collaboration with M.A.C literally has me speechless. I went out and spent a whopping $302 on makeup. $302 on makeup. But it's okay, it's okay. We did it because we do it for M.A.C and we do it for Aladdin. And this is why we are here. Receipt aside. Now I'm just going to go through a few of the items that I bought, we'll get them out, have a little play with them, and then I'll create like a tutorial look on with the items that came in here. So altogether, I got 7 items. I got 2 of their matte liquid lipsticks, 1 of their lip glosses, their loose pigment powder, the highlight that came in the collection, their Technicolor eyeliner, and the eyeshadow palette, lucky last. I'm just going to go through everything, give them a little swatch for you guys so you can see what it looks like, and then from everything I'll just create an eye makeup look from it. So I didn't get everything in the collection because of course I am a very broke uni student, so I just got as many items as I think it would take to create a full makeup look from what they had to offer, and then kind of from there I was just going to create a makeup look based off that. So hopefully it turns out alright. It still cost me $300, which I'm still crying about. Mum and Dad, please don't hate me for spending money on makeup. I promise it was worth it for me because I love Aladdin. I mean, look at how cute this packaging is. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. Also, did you guys notice the shirt I'm wearing? I literally, for you guys, went out and bought this shirt just so it could all stick in with the Aladdin theme. I'm very upset that I didn't own any Aladdin merchandise prior to filming this video, but if you're wondering why it's so tight, it is because it is a women's shirt and this is the only size that they had left. So I committed to the cause and bought it anyway because you know what, you can never own too much Aladdin stuff, which reads, what counts is on the inside. And of course she was referring to the little blue genie because he can give you 3 mother flippin' wishes to get whatever you want. So Jasmine, I see you, girl, I see you, girl. You're not really talking about what's in the inside of you, but you're talking about what's inside of this lamp. I see you. So first off, we are going to swatch the 2 M.A.C matte lipsticks. I got them in the shades A Whole New World and Raja. So first of all, the packaging is absolutely exquisite and beautiful in gold with this like little peacock detailing down here. This shade is A Whole New World. It's a beautiful sparkly pinky tone like that. And this is the shade Raja, which is a beautiful plum deep burgundy. I also got one of their lip glosses in the shade Jewels on Jewels. So I just realized that I'm like the absolute worst at swatching. Like I just try to show Jewels on Jewels close up, but because it looks like straight and then I like go to like do it, what the hell? Why? this skin. Anyway, Jules on Jules is sort of like this nudie, pinky gloss, but it's really nice. I'm sure I will be able to show it to you better when it's actually on my face. But as for these swatches, I'm so sorry I butchered the absolute crap out of them. But let's move on to the other items. We have the powder blush, which I don't know why it's called a powder blush. I'm really confused. It's actually just a highlighter in one jump ahead. So that's what it looks like. So blinding. We then have the M.A.C loose pigment in rose. It's this really stunning pinky rose with gold reflex in it. Absolutely beautiful. Can't wait to put that on my eye. And then of course we have the pièce de la résistance, the eyeshadow palette. Comes in this beautiful packaging, has 9 shades. There we are. I'm not even going to try and attempt to swatch them because I know I'll just butcher it up like the lipsticks and the lip gloss. So if you want to find swatches online, I have actually looked, and there's been a bunch of YouTubers and that who've done reviews of the collection as well, so you can go check that out. But I mean, you can see how it performs when I start doing my look and everything. So I mean, we may as well just get straight into it. Let's start with the look. My base, I'm just going to be taking my Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour Full Coverage Foundation in the shade Warm Sun, and just applying that with a Morphe Beauty Blender. Now that my foundation is all in place, I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in light and just applying it to my under eyes and the high points of my face. Just blending that out with the same beauty blender. Now that I am all concealed, I'm just going to be setting my face in place with some Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. Baking under the eyes. And then just using a big powder brush to set the rest of the face. I'll zoom you in so we can do the eyes, and then we can finish up the rest of the face and we'll have the completed look. Okay, so I kind of skipped over my brows, but I don't want to do too much with them. I'm just going to lightly fill them in because I naturally have very thick brows, thank goodness. So I'm just going to give them a light fill in, just touch them up a little bit and then just thin them out. I kind of want to go for a bit of a like smoky, sparkly, glittery eye look. I really want to try and use this loose pigment as well to try and like cut out the crease, but I mean, we'll just see how we feel as we go and see what happens. But yeah, so I'll do one eye on camera and then I'll do the other eye off camera. So first of all, before I start, I'm going to prime my lid with the Astralis eyeshadow primer. So just putting that all over the lid and then taking it out a little bit more just in case we have any shadow that goes beyond our natural eye. And then I'm just going to be taking a concealer brush and then tapping that product into the skin. So you don't really want to blend it in or like work it in. I find it most effective if I just tap the product in so it remains tacky, and then you don't remove any of the product away as well. So just using light tapping motions just to blend it in all over the eye, like so. To start off, I'm going to be taking the shade Riff Raff on a large eyeshadow blending brush, so just nice one that's nice and fluffy. This is the V5 brush from BH Cosmetics. I'm in love with this brush. Whenever I do anything like as a light wash for base first, I always use this brush because it is so big and then it gets the color all over the crease. So just taking that shade, so I'm just going to be tapping off a little bit of the excess and then just going in all over as a wash all over the crease. Just using small circular motions and windshield wiper motions just to get that shadow all over the lid. Okay, so now that we've got that shadow on, I'm going to be taking the other matte in the pan, which is called No Ordinary Lamp, which is this one right here. and then just taking it with the same brush and then washing it, focusing more a little bit underneath the color we just placed on and then more towards the outer V. Just blending and blending and blending and blending. So once that you've got that kind of blended into the other one, I'm going to take the deepest matte shade in the palette, Shadow Lady, which is this purpley sort of shade down here, and then just focusing it with a smaller brush. I'm just going to be using this Morphe M456, and then just focusing that right deep in the outer V of the eye. Just so we don't lose any of the pigment of those other two shades, I'm going in with the clean Morphe M433 and then just going back over those colours. Okay, so originally I was going to cut the crease, but I didn't want kind of that clean look in this sort of like eye look that we're going for. So I'm just going to be applying the shadows straight over the top of what we already have going. So I'm just going to be taking Creative Copper, which is kind of this gold shade in the palette, and then take that on the inner third, and to apply that I'm just using a Morphe M124. So this isn't as intense of a pigmented shimmer shade as I was expecting, so it's kind of like more of like just a gold glisten gleam on the inner third, so just be wary of that, I guess. Then next to that, I'm going to be using the shade Abu just to tie that outer dark corner and the shimmery shade together. Again, this shadow isn't really like a reflective, intense shimmer shade. It's more just like a glitter topper, I guess. I don't know, it's really hard to explain. I'm just kind of putting all of these down as a base for when I go in with the loose pigment. Okay, so that's kind of the look so far. Kind of wanted to go for a spotlight look, so just using that same M124 brush by Morphe, I'm going to be getting our loose pigment and kind of just placing it directly in the center so it can give it that extra pop of color. Oh my goodness, this shade is stunning. And I want to take it a little bit higher just into the crease to kind of like give it this illusion that it's going up and beyond. Okay, so that's kind of like one of the eye all smoked out and ready to go. Now I'm just going to work on the lower lash line before I brush this bake away. Just in Morphe M506, I'm going to go back into that deep matte shade and just continue it from the outer V to the bottom V. Just keeping that color to the outer third of the eye. And tucked in nice and close to the lash line. Now on that same brush, I'm just going to grab and mix the other two matte shades in the palette, and then just blend out that lower lash line, and then take it into the inner third. Just blending directly underneath that color. Oh, now it just looks like I've been punched in the eye. Okay, so I'm just going to take the shade Rags to Riches, which is kind of like this lightest photo shade in the palette, just taking it on an M124 again, just dipping in it with the tip facing thing, so it's like I'm stabbing the palette, and then I'm just going to highlight that inner third of the eye. Then I'm going to take our Aladdin themed kohl liner that came with the collection and just line my waterline. That is a really good waterliner. Okay, so I just went back in with that deeper shade in the palette and then just blew it out a bit more because I wasn't really liking the way it was looking, so I've just like blown it out a bit more so it's a bit more shadowy and smoky that way, and I think it looks a lot better. I definitely think that I need to line my upper line. I'm just going to be using the NYX Cosmetics Epic Ink Liner Pen. I'm obsessed with this, using this as a liner pen. So precise, so much ink in it. Love it. I'm also creating in a faux corner by bringing that eyeliner out a little bit more. there we go. I'm just going to do the other eye off camera, and then I'll chuck on a pair of lashes, and then we'll come back to finish up the rest of the face. Okay guys, so while I was off camera, I did my other eye. I also popped on some lashes, and altogether I think I actually really quite enjoy the look. Like, I think it's very smoky, very Aladdin, like very Princess Jasmine, smoky eye, like kind of out. Like, she has, I think in the movies she just has like a really thick wing liner, but I imagine like Agrabah and that the kind of like Aladdin culture, it's like very like smoky, drawn out. This is why I've done like the faux inner corners and everything as well. But yeah, so that's kind of like all the look completed. I might zoom you guys back out again, and then we'll get on to doing the whole rest of the face. Okay, so just zoomed you guys back out again. Okay, so now we're going to try and go on to the rest of the face. I wiped my bake away as well when I did my eyes. Also, just to coat my mascara, because I forgot before, I'm just going to use the Maybelline Great Lash in the blackest black, just to blend together my real lashes and my false lashes. I have like naturally very long lashes, so I'm not the biggest fan of false lashes, but sometimes they really can make or break a look. Like, it's really weird. I totally butchered like the inner corner putting this false lash on, but I tried like 5 times. I was like, no, give up, and I just conceded defeat. Sometimes you just need to know when you've lost, you know. There's so much more to me. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for that. Okay, anyway, I'm getting distracted. So I'm just going to be using this Rimmel Natural Bronzer to bronze up my face, and give it a little bit more colour and texture, some light. To contour, I'm going to be using the NYX Contour Pro palette. This is my like ride or die for contouring and doing all that. So I'm just going to be taking a combination of these 2 shades here and then just chiseling out my face. Get rid of my literal 6 head. Try and contour it down a bit. Go away. Get smaller, get smaller, get smaller. Snatch my nose even more by going into those same 2 shades, just tipping off the excess, just going along the outer edge of the nose. That's a drag queen contour right there. Just to lighten it out, I'm just gonna grab the pigment and then pull it back onto the nose, so then it gives the illusion of a shadow. If you overdo your contour, just like grab it from where it is on the brush and then just pull it back. This is a little technique I learned just by fiddling around when I accidentally did my nose contour on. My nose has disappeared. We've snatched her off the planet. Now onto my favourite step, highlighter. And of course we're going to be using the beautiful, always one jump ahead of the red line. Is that the words, lyrics? I don't know. No, I do know. I'm like the biggest Aladdin fan, so I'm really disappointed if I don't know this stuff. I'm just going to be using a Morphe N501 classic highlighting brush, and then I'm just going to go straight in on the palette with no like fix plus or anything like that, just to see how it goes, and then I'm going to apply it to the highlights of the face. That's a really nice like sultry, it's not as blinding as I was expecting, but it's kind of like a really nice soft highlight. Do a bit of like a C with it. Oh, amazing. How does it look, fam? How does it look? What have you guys been up to? Tell me about your life. I'm sorry, I haven't been really chit-chatty. This is like my first like proper tutorial episode, so I'm kind of like very, very focused, and it's also like 2 o'clock in the morning, so I just want to sleep. I have to be up in 5 hours to go to a meeting, which is always fun. I actually love that highlighter. Oh, so beautiful. I'm just going to keep putting it on. To highlight the nose, I like to use a smaller brush, so Oh, I'm all over the place. I'm just using a Morphe M431 and then highlighting just on the bridge of the nose. Just tap it over with the finger. Stunning. I completely forgot about blush. I'm just going to take this Zoeva Coral Spectrum palette and then I'm just going to take a Morphe E4 and then go into this like peachy sparkly shade up here. I don't think it has a shade, it's just CR030. Anyway, it's kind of like this peachy thing, but it's got a bit of sheen and shimmer to it. Oh, my absolute favourite brush. Ever so lightly. And then just to give us a bit of a sun-kissed look, I'll go over the thing, because I feel like that's very Arabian Night. We just have to look like we were in the desert. Perfect. So now that we are all completed, last step is to play with our lip products. Oh, I'm very excited for this. I'm going to take Raja, which is the deeper shade, and then put that all over the lip. So that is Raja on the lips. I absolutely love. Now to finish us off, I'm going to be taking Jewels on Jewels and then just going over that on top of the lipstick. Absolutely stunning. Raja paired with Jewels on Jewels. Like, look at that beautiful, sultry look, lip gloss combination. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I guess that is the completed look. This is just M.A.C Fix Plus to lock the face in place. And then I also love using my Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. So, well fam, that is our completed Agrabah inspired, Aladdin inspired makeup look for you today. I hope I wasn't too confusing when I was doing the tutorial. Like, I apologize sincerely in advance if I was. I mean, this is my first like proper tutorial with you guys, so if you have any feedback or anything that I can do better, if you want me to talk more or just want me to like talk more about my life or like what I'm doing with my face, please let me know, because I'm really on board for you guys telling me what I can do better, and just so when I create content in the future it works better for you. Anyway, so this is the look all completed. If you do recreate the look, please be sure to tag me on Instagram or just wherever you can create the look at. All my handles will be down below in the description box. I'm just really happy with how the look turned out today. Very, very satisfied. I thought it was going a bit downhill for a second there, but I think we managed to save it. Like, I'm really kind of living for this like smoky burgundy, like kind of like fluorescent gold on the inside. Absolutely am in love with this loose pigment. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna go out and buy like 1 million of them now. Overall, the collection, it performed so nicely. I wouldn't expect anything less from M.A.C. Everything on my face, it fits so nicely together. Yeah, I'm just very, very happy with how the look turned out. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have any feedback or have anything to tell me or just want to leave a fun little thing, please be sure to like the video, leave a comment down below, and of course, please subscribe. Like, it would mean the world to me. Be a part of my new little family that's coming up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you from Jasmine. Make sure you go check out the new movie when it comes out. I'm sorry if my voice is a bit soft. I'm just trying to whisper to not wake up or disturb my other roommates on either side of me, because it is 2 o'clock in the morning. That is not the tea. That's not fun. Really hope you guys enjoy. Love you guys so much. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff, and follow me on my Instagram handles, and I will see you guys later. Bye guys.